As Prophet Bushiri reviews his extradition to South Africa, Eyesmagashula's ex-PA, Murwadi Cholota, could still come after the state over her extradition problems. More trouble and arrests at the WalterCU University, and one of KZN's biggest tourist attractions is underway, the yearly migration of sardines. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.
It was wonderful to wake up to a little bit of good news today. Petrol prices have dropped slightly. That's despite a fuel levy hike of 16 cents for petrol and 15 cents for diesel kicking in today. Both grades of petrol are 5 cents a litre less, and the cost of diesel has dropped by 37 cents a litre. Illuminating paraffin at retail level has decreased by 75 cents a litre, while LP gas will be 89 cents cheaper per kilogram.
The reason for these fuel price changes are as follows. The first one is the lower oil prices and stronger rand against the dollar during the period under review. The under-recovery on petrol is mainly due to the switching cost to summer fuel grade in preparation for driving season in the Northern Hemisphere.
EFF leader Julius Malema says the party's failed attempt to block the fuel levy increase is not a setback for the EFF, but rather a blow to millions of financially struggling South Africans. Yesterday, the Western Cape High Court dismissed the party's application to halt the implementation of today's fuel levy. Malema responded to the court ruling while in Pretoria today, where he visited the family of the late actor Presley Chwenyegai.
It was not the EFF that got rejected. It is the people of South Africa who lost. Because they are going to put an increase on fuel. And once you put increase on fuel levy, everything else goes up.
The state in the asbestos trial has confirmed it plans to appeal the Bloemfontein High Court judgment that overturned Murwadi Cholota's extradition from the US. Cholota, who is the ex-PA of former Free State Premier Eyesmagashule, was let off on a technicality when the court ruled her 2024 extradition was unlawful and unconstitutional yesterday. Before then, she was among more than a dozen accused facing corruption charges in the 255 million rand asbestos case. At the start of today's proceedings, State Prosecutor Advocate Johan de Nation asked for another postponement to deal with the possible appeal.
The prima facie view is that we shall appeal this judgment, either by joining the Schultz matter, which is already before the Constitutional Court on appeal by the state, or alternatively by approaching the SCA, because we are of the view that the facts in this matter and the Schultz matter differs. So the Supreme Court of Appeal could come to another decision in that matter.
A frustrated Magashule stood up before court and protested the request.
The state has always been saying they are ready. It looks like we don't have rights. Because now and then, even if you meet next year, it's going to be another postponement.
Self-proclaimed prophet Shepherd Bushiri and his wife Mary have filed a review application of the judgment that ordered their extradition to South Africa before the High Court in Malawi. In March this year, the chief resident magistrate in Lilongwe ordered that the couple be extradited following a request by South Africa. They were arrested on a string of charges, including fraud and money laundering. The controversial pair fled to their home country in 2020 after failing to comply with their bail conditions, leading to South Africa's extradition request. They argue that the chief magistrate delivered a final ruling on South Africa's request without affording them an opportunity to defend themselves. This, they argue, is contrary to Malawi's constitution, the Criminal Procedure and Evidence Code, and the Extradition Act. The dangers of teaching in the Western Cape. Since the start of this year, 50 teachers have been assaulted by learners in the province. It's sparked outrage, fear, and urgent calls for intervention.
The magic word is reported. There are many, many incidents that go unreported. So actually, this may just be the tip of the iceberg.
And a grade 10 learner is recovering in hospital after being stabbed with a knife by another learner at the Cravenby Combined School in Cape Town.
The perpetrator immediately fled the scene. The school arranged for immediate medical assistance and the victim was transported to hospital. The victim is thankfully in recovery. The school will institute disciplinary procedures and has provided counselling to learners.
Some community members living in Rivoli, south of Johannesburg, are calling for the immediate demolition of the Zamimpilo informal settlement that is settled between the areas, saying it's notorious for illegal mining and gang wars. This comes after a man was shot and killed yesterday in the area after being caught in a crossfire with police who were shooting at a suspicious vehicle with 3 occupants inside. A routine police patrol turned volatile when a Toyota Bucky, which officers attempted to stop, fled into the informal settlement, resulting in a shootout.
Close this place, make something so the camp don't grow. You people don't listen to the community and the community must suffer. It's a danger to us, the people in the community. Guys, you know what? Ne? I want to say this loud and clear. If those cops leave here now, ne? Stay, because 5 minutes after the cops is gone, the Zamas is back.
3 students have been arrested following fresh protests at the WalterCU University Mthatha main campus. Students blocked the N2 highway near the campus this morning, burning tyres and rubble. They say they are angry that the man accused of killing fellow student Sisonke Bolekwa has been granted bail. Bolekwa was killed during a student protest over residence issues on campus back in April. The protest has disturbed academic programs at the institution.
We condemn reported acts of vandalism, arson, road blockages, and intimidation. Such criminal conduct diverts critical resources from the investigation and undermines the pursuit of justice.
The search for a young girl who went missing 18 years ago is set to resume in Portugal. Meline McCain was just 3 years old when she vanished while on holiday with her parents, sparking a Europe-wide investigation. Investigations done years after the little girl's disappearance led to a prime suspect, Christian Bruckner, who's currently serving a sentence in Germany for the rape of a 72-year-old American tourist in Portugal in 2005. Now, this search, which is set to resume this Friday, is expected to span across 21 different plots of land. The International Red Cross chief has told the BBC that Gaza is worse than hell on earth. Regina Spoljarek says Palestinians have been stripped of human dignity. Israel has closed all aid distribution centers in the Palestine territory today. And this comes as climate activist Greta Thunberg and 11 other activists on board the Meline ship vessel head to break Israel's siege of the Strip since March the 2nd. The ship launched by the Freedom Flotilla Coalition is carrying humanitarian aid. It could be a hazardous trip. The last aid ship was targeted. And if you're in KZN, look out for the Sardine Run, the spectacular annual migration of these silver beauties. But watch from afar. Many of Durban's beaches have been closed. Hope you get to see that spectacle, and that's it from us. We'll see you for more again tomorrow.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.